The many advanced applications that are available to you can be accessed from My Allworks Manager. This is a web page specifically designed to help you easily manage the functions and demonstrates the real power behind the Allworks system. Some of these views are self-explanatory, but many of these features are interrelated and are easiest to understand and modify from My Allworks Manager. Let's get logged in first. Open any web browser and enter the following address in the address bar. Once you get to this main page, you then need to log into your specific user page. You do this by clicking the Login button and then enter your user ID and password. Your user ID was originally assigned to you by the administrator, and your password is the same as your voicemail password. It is possible that your administrator has changed the address for the server. If you can't get to the page, ask if this address has been changed. Once there, you will notice a number of button options on the left side. Let's talk first about the three major features and how they relate to each other. Those features are called call routes, presence, and voicemail. Call routes are one of the most powerful features on your new Allworks system. You can build a call route to ring your phone only, your phone followed by any other phone, or multiple other phones. You can also choose to add your cell phone and/or any other phone number you can think of. You can even build individual call routes based on different incoming caller ID numbers, and you can have as many of those as you want. By default, you can only see your call routes, but if you have the need to modify them from time to time, please ask for this capability. Here is an example of how your call route will typically look. It shows you that by default, anyone dialing your extension will ring your phone for 6 rings and then transfer to your voicemail. If you have been given the ability to modify these routes, you can click on the Modify button on the right. You build customized call routes by adding any other destination, such as your other handsets, others' extensions, or outside numbers, such as your cell phone. Once you select Modify, you will see that you can add any number of additional destinations by selecting from the drop-down options. At the top is a Follow Me option, where you can enter your cell phone number. If you enter your cell phone under the first connection attempt, it will ring at the same time your phone rings. If you add another connection attempt and select Follow Me with your cell phone number, it will ring your desk phone for 6 rings, then ring your cell phone. The options within each call route are truly limitless. Now let's talk about presence. You can see from your My Extension page that each extension has different presence options. And within each presence, there is its own call route. Every user has 7 presence setting options, and when you change your presence, the system automatically changes to use the call route defined within that specific presence setting. Therefore, by simply changing your presence setting, the system changes how people reach you. And if you can't be reached, it also changes your personal voicemail greeting to reflect your presence setting. You can change your presence in multiple ways. You can change it from the display on your phone, your voicemail, the My Allworks Manager page, or the application on an iPhone named iAllworks. The easiest way to change your presence is by selecting the interactive key on the far right, below the LCD display labeled Presence. Then use the down arrow key to select the new desired presence, followed by the Enter key. Based on your presence setting, you can ring other phones, dial cell phone numbers, or route your calls anywhere you wish. When calling in from the outside, at the main auto attendant greeting, dial 6, followed by your extension number. The administrator may have changed the default outside access code to voicemail, so check to make sure another feature access number was not assigned instead of the default. If you are calling from an Allworks phone, press Messages, dial your password, then 4 for the Message Center system settings. Then press 1 and follow the prompts.
Your current presence is in office. To set to add a meeting, press 2.
Now let's see how to change your presence from My Allworks Manager. On the left side of the screen, select My Presence. Select the desired presence, and then select the button Change Presence. Now let's talk about conferences. Conference Center is an optional feature that may or may not be enabled. If it is, you can schedule and manage secure conference calls for multiple people. Unlike the 3-party conference ability on your phone, These conference calls are usually scheduled ahead of time and, depending on the Allworks system, can contain up to 30 inside or outside participants. Once you are viewing your user page, you will see the button on the left-hand side labeled My Conferences. Click on this button and you can view any existing conferences or schedule a new conference. The default extension number for the conference center is 408. Note that you have several schedule options, such as the start time and, more importantly, an option to set up recurring conference calls. Once you dial the conference center, you must then enter the unique conference bridge ID and password, followed by the pound sign. Every time a new participant joins the conference, you will hear an entrance tone. Every time a user leaves the conference call, you will also hear an exit tone. Unlike the three-party conference calling feature of the phone, if you are the moderator and exit the conference, you do not end the conference call. Also, as a moderator, you have the ability to remove participants by a click of your mouse. It is always a good policy on any large conference call to ask others to always mute their phones and remind them never to place their phone on hold. This concludes the Advanced Call Features portion of our training. Be sure to check out the other Allworks videos for more information on your new phone.